full-time, I work for a robotics company. We sell a fun little following robot. So this right here is Jita Mini. Jita captures attention like no other. The biggest thing for me to balance everything is having big goals in mind. So whether it's I have to hit the end of the quarter with X amount of sales. I look at the same thing with fashion. You know, my next thing with this company is getting samples. So I'm looking forward to that. And although that might not happen tomorrow, it's on the roadmap. You'll find I get very passionate about everything I do, but it's fun for me. So even though I'm always working in a sense, I feel like I'm always having fun at the same time. I've known Lawrence now since college. We were both in the fashion
textiles and apparel and merchandising. Yeah, forget about merchandising.
It had everything in it. So we were both in the programs together. We took classes together, and we've remained friends since. So going back, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. You know, it's been close to years. You know that?
Wow.
Oh my god. Wow.
Yeah, I know, that's crazy. But I'm so glad we met, and I'm so glad we stayed in touch. And you still live in Tallahassee.
Yeah, I know.
I'm here in Charlotte now, and we still...
we talk almost every day.
Yeah, we do.
I would say this. I love watching it because I'm so proud of you. I'm like, you know, you've always been this person who wanted so much. But it was like, at first you were like, I'm waiting.
Well, I was gonna wait.
You were waiting. Then it was just like, it's like, when you told me that day, I was sitting here like, it was almost like,
this is the day that I told Lawrence I was going to stop working with him.
Yes.
And start my own company.
Yes. But you know what that day felt like? Was the day when you told me you were leaving Tallahassee and I cried.
Oh.
It was like, but it was one of those things that I knew it was going to be amazing. But I was just like, but it also was something that I knew that was like going to push me.
Yeah.
It's like we've always had that thing where it's like, come on, we both got to get this done. It's like, where most people were like this, okay, I hope you fail. You're you know, It's like we've seen the ugly side. But our friendship has grown and everything else.
So good friends are. They push each other. Because otherwise, like, we're both not getting anywhere.
Dude, it's like crabs in a barrel. I'm like, oh my goodness, if people would just stop. And you realize, like, there's so much money that everyone can get it. You don't have to, you know. You don't have to be Elon Musk. I'm so sorry. Oh, did I say that? I'm like,
we can all be friends.
We can.
Point. That's what I tell people, even in robotics. Everyone's like, oh, you must have like so many competitors in the marketplace. And yeah, there are people doing similar things to what we're doing. But like the funny thing is we all kind of play together. We're in the same pool and we're all doing something innovative and cool. And so
all we work with these
little
Terminators. CNG.
We work with other companies that like will do things that we don't specialize in, but they can help us, and then vice versa. That's what you do in fashion too. There's things that you don't want to. I'm sure there's things with your fashion line that you are like, I don't want to even worry about. Like maybe it's like hardwares, or maybe it's like I don't know, like threads. You don't want to be a thread manufacturer.
You know how annoying it is to put an invisible zipper in a dress.
Oh my gosh.
It's easy, but it's like annoying. It's like one of those things you gotta make sure fabrics turn the right way. You gotta flip it this way. It's just like.
So talking about zippers, yeah. So like if you don't like stitch the top parts, and then you know like the zipper comes off, and then you have to like put in the whole zipper again.
Yeah. So it's like when I was like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So I mean.
Yeah. So you find a company that puts in zippers really well, or makes zippers. You know, there's companies that make zippers. Do you want to make zippers?
It's a killing in zipper company. You know, hey. Man, zipper, man, look at this zipper.
We only use a couple brands for zippers, so it's like people don't realize this. But maybe we should get
zippers. That's the weird part. Zippers, toggles.
Now that we're talking about
it's just like, excuse me, is that toggle wooden or is it? It's like okay.
Yeah, it's so funny how many, even in fashion design, how many terms we learn for like things that you know, like
it's like you would just say, is that a certain stitch? And
yeah.
wait, what? And you're just like, oh, your dart is, what is a dart?
Yeah,
what?
there's so many stitches, darts,
God,
yeah.
darts,
People...
implants. I'm like, sorry. I don't. So, I mean, it's like, I mean, what's the funny part is listening to people who are costume designers.
Yeah.
I feel like they have even more terms. Because I'm just like,
they do.
I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god. They're like, oh, you do this and this, and I'm like, no, they have to be like perfect. You know.
Yeah. Well, that took back a memory. I interned or like help. I remember in college, I volunteered or interned at the Tallahassee Ballet.
Yes, that's
like
right.
I was doing like we were just helping with
because I remember you telling me you were doing that, and I said, oh. Hell no.
Yeah, no,
I'm not good enough yet.
No, it was just like this side. I don't remember if we had an option to do it for class, and I was like, oh, I'll like work at the Tallahassee Ballet and like sew costumes and cut fabric, like whatever they need.
Yeah, you definitely did.
But I completely forgot I did that.
Yeah,
until just now. Anyhow, going back to so when I was I'm mentioning how I don't know any Portuguese, and I was back at the Seoul. So we were at the Soul company. We were talking about the base of my soles and how I have this insert with my logo on it. And from what I understood, because I couldn't understand anything, they were worried about the quantities. Because I will be doing, initially I'm going to be batching like smaller quantities. So to do this costs a lot of money to do it for just a small amount of product. So we got into the talking about like, does it make sense? Well, at least that's what I gathered. Yeah. And I heard he was kind of like making a lot of noise and saying a lot of things. And I was like, is this good? Is this bad? Do they like it? Do they not like it? Like, and then they kept pointing to me like her fashion designer.
Does she know what I'm saying? Like, no, motherfucker, just English, man, English. Yeah. I know I'm in your country. I'm so sorry, but I don't know what you're saying.
Well, that's why I initially started learning Italian because I wanted to work with an Italian manufacturer. That's why, I'm a quarter Italian. So I was I'll learn Italian.
I know you're Italian.
But and people are like, oh, they like some, people know English too, and I understand that. But I just wanted to be respectful of the language as well. And then the Portuguese thing happened like only a year ago, so I didn't start learning Portuguese at all. But if I go, before I go there, and we're still working with Italian. Like companies for like the leathers and other things, because that's the thing about those regions, like everything's concentrated in that area. So whether you're working with an Italian manufacturer or Portuguese manufacturer, like they're all
intertwined.
You're all intertwined. Yeah. Like, and that was the crazy thing about going to Portugal. Everyone's like, even we went to the grocery store and my manufacturer, he has a factory too. Like they all know each other.
It's really weird. I think it's one of the funniest things to go and see how young of a country we are compared to everyone like Africa, Asia, Europe.
Yeah.
We are like, we want to say that we're very modern in things, but we're slowly behind so much that I sometimes think that we forget, like, okay, if we are more open to receiving knowledge from a wealth of people, it would be amazing.
Yeah, I see that all the time with robotics and what we do. The company that I work for is based in the U.S. and we only sell in the U.S. right now. But the mindset in different countries, when we go to these international conferences, like they're thinking our robot plus 10.
Yeah.
Like they're already thinking it, and they're thinking about buying it in quantities of like thousands. And it's in the U.S. we get things on the market quick, but like
we don't think about what it's going to do.
The conceptualization, the vision of it. So it's a little harder here. Like people don't grasp that. I would say companies where the founders have the ideas, they do. They're all, visionaries.
Exactly.
People like me and you. We're thinking ahead of things, but like, is the U.S. like necessarily ready for what we're about to
I think
show?
The best part is they can be. They're willing to.
Yeah.
But it's
baby steps, and you need a medium they understand. So like something like Amazon, like how big they grew to, like they started, with a book service, like something that but something that people understood.
I know.
And then you had to kind of like get everyone on board, because you even know like there's probably people that haven't ever used Amazon, so you got to get them. What a funny story about Amazon.
I was just thinking about it, like we know Amazon from books. You talk to people who are younger, Amazon sold books. Yes,
Yeah.
man, that's how they started. Okay,
Yeah.
they started
They
selling
all
books
start somewhere.
because we had to order the books offline for class and everything.
Yeah, right?
And then, just think about it. But from the time we were in school up until now, Amazon has transformed.
Oh yeah, Prime wasn't a thing.
No, Prime wasn't. Remember Netflix when it first? Okay,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
not going to talk about that.
What?
I'm
No,
just thinking about Netflix when it first.
No, Netflix did well.
they
Like
started with-
kiosk, did they
yeah,
put
it
it
was
as a
the
kiosk
kiosk in the
first? And
video,
like the
DVDs,
CVS's,
like-
yeah, exactly. Like, and that was like a whole new concept, like going to the store just to rent a little, like from a kiosk to rent a video for the night, and then you had to return it within 2 to 3 days. Now you don't. Now you don't have to return it. What?
I know. The sad part is like we're aging ourselves. No, just like
No, but this is all good because we've seen it all.
It's like, man, what if we had your shoes in a vending machine? That would be so freaking amazing.
I don't know if I want to get to that, but I do have ideas
Oh my
for
God.
VR.
No,
and
you
like,
do that in Japan, you're gonna get a crap ton of
I
money.
guess there could be places. Yeah. Should I put it in the airports with my travel?
Oh my God, that is just. You know what? You should. Oh my goodness. Okay, you
This
can't
is like
publicize.
brainstorming
you,
session
I
right
know.
here.
It's like, oh, this, you can't tell anybody this. This one you might have to blurb out on, But what if you like the
Future
little,
ideas.
look, like if you had slides for your
Uh-huh.
airports,
Yeah.
but you rolled them up, so it's like you had your heels, your slides, just like women could choose what they want,
Oh, I see. Like, yeah.
And you could do like
What if I could even make them custom made? Like, get a robot to make the shoe.
a
Take
little
away
cheetah brings it to him.
the robot company I work for. Yeah. But once again, the robot doesn't work on its own. It follows a person, so there still needs to be a person there, which
Yeah,
is our technology. It's following technology.
Hey, I'm just, no, we don't need we already have enough AI. It's gonna turn into Terminator, I swear.
No, it's exciting though because we see all this, and like I think since we're at the cusp of like seeing all the new things and like being in the world that we were back in the day,
Oh my gosh.
we know like the cool things we can implement and keep implementing into our companies. Like when it comes to fabrics, when it comes to just like how consumers get items and purchase things.